Today, we have a great personality in front of us who has established Baby Life Home to create a bright future for HIV positive children. To enable these children to secure their future, he with his team has been providing all kinds of facilities at the Safalta HIV Shiksha Sadan. Sometimes he become a mother, sometimes a father, and also as a teacher and give light to darkness. And sometimes he give happiness by being their friend. Rajkumar sir is with us. We would like to welcome him in this program. Hello sir, namaste.
We would like to warmly welcome you here and express our gratitude for trying to understand our work that we have done here through AMSA.
It may not be easy for a person who embarks on a journey to a destination with a different idea to reach the summit of success. In this today's busy society, what motivates you to turn this selfless mission of helping HIV positive children into reality? Will you please explain about your journey, sir?
Nothing is easy to do, especially during the beginning. You are studying MBBS. Financial problems or any difficulties may come along with your studies. Therefore, you have to go through many hurdles to reach to your destination. In that context, it was very difficult for us to do this social work. We had no prior plan to bring or teach these children. We moved forward with the thought that we have to contribute something to our community. It was the beginning stage.
We would like to understand the beginning of your mission of helping HIV positive children. What event or situations inspired you to initiate this journey of contributing to their lives?
There was no prior plan to do social service, but of course, humanity is present in everyone. It is also humanity to get concerned when we see someone in trouble. After getting concerned, then we approach them and help them. We used to use our own pocket money. We used to do everything possible from our side to help the children who are facing some difficulty in the society. But we were not planning to work 24/7 by being devoted like this. We were in our own profession. I also used to work in a school, and my friend Uma Gurung, she had her own business. After getting to know the story from a daily newspaper that HIV infected children are in trouble, we went to Dang district. That time, thinking that we should also help, we planned going to Dang district and help as much as possible and eventually return. While returning, one of the relatives of HIV positive children requested to take the child with us. The relative said, "This child is my brother and sister-in-law's child, and both died of HIV AIDS, and he is HIV positive too. My children may also get infected." So he pleaded to take the HIV positive child in a safe space away from them. I was very upset that he was even neglected by his own relatives and was taken as burden. Various organizations have been opened in Nepal. They mostly rely on donation. When the donation stops, they are compelled to stop working as well. While discussing what can be done for these children in the long term, Baby Life Home was born. It is an organization that is opened by compulsion rather than by desire.
We all are amazed by seeing your vision of helping HIV positive children. For the first time in the history, you put your steps to look after their educations and health. It was your vision, and now a lot of hands are joining this vision. But at the initial phase of Baby Life Home and Safalta HIV Shiksha Sadan, it will be very difficult for you to execute your plans. So, what are the struggles or difficulties that you have faced from the initial journey of Baby Life Home to till date?
Initially, to establish this organization was more of a compulsion. Before establishing this organization, we consulted Chief District Officer. The officer mentioned that most of these organizations depended on donation, and these donations were not transparent. The officer was concerned of our source of income. We had monthly income from the job we were involved with. We also had our own business. I had my own home. here in Kirtipur municipality. When the officer thought we could take the responsibility, he allowed us to take the children with us. We started from 4 children. We rented house but had to shift multiple times. Once, Uma ma'am took them to Basundhara for some days, but I felt this was not a long-term solution. I had 2-storied home here in Kirtipur. Me and my family were living in a quarter provided by the school I worked in. No one was staying in my home. We shifted them in my home. One day, a representative from Dang Plus, a local organization from Dang district, came to pay a visit to us. After seeing how we took care of the children, he was impressed and sent 6 more children to us. Thus, we reached to a total of 10 children. We used to take those children to Teko Hospital for their ARV treatment. After starting the medication, improvement was seen in their health conditions. We requested many schools to admit our children, but all of them refused to enroll HIV positive children. School administration thought their children would pose a risk to the students that were studying in school. School administration thought this would lead to a stigma where guardians would transfer the children to other schools if they knew their children were studying with a HIV positive child. We were saddened to hear this. We were worried to not have a permanent home for our children. On top of that, all the schools we approached refused to admit them. There was a lot of uncertainties for a year. We were able to register Baby Life Home organization in 2010 and Safalta HIV Shiksha Sadan in 2011. Babu Kaji Karki from Education Development and Coordination Unit said that this was a very tough situation. On one hand, there was no law that forbade HIV positive children to study. On the other hand, they could not force the schools to admit them. The Chief Education Officer shared an incident that happened while he was working in a remote area. One of the HIV positive child was studying in school without disclosing his health condition. When the villagers came to know, they threatened the school administration to tear apart the school if the child kept on studying there. During that time, there was a law that limited the number of schools. That's why it was difficult for us to register a school. So we decided to establish an alternative school, Safalta HIV Shiksha Sadan. We got a lot of backlash by including HIV in our school's name. Because of their identity as HIV positive children, they were neglected by their relatives and were not admitted in schools. So we thought it was important to provide them support and care even after disclosing their identity. We also wanted to establish an identity of our school so that we could reach more people. Today, our school is registered to provide education up to secondary level. Now, we have 27 children with us. Some of them have passed +2 and are pursuing bachelor's currently. We have passed 2 SEE batches and 3 students passed with 4 GPA, and most of the students have performed exceptionally well in their academics.
If you hadn't started this step, if there was not the existence of Baby Life Home, then these little children of Baby Life Home will have been in darker side. Some have now become engineers, while some are studying their bachelor level while being engaged back to Baby Life Home, nurturing their little ones as a teacher and as a guardian. So, how will you love to celebrate the success stories of these children?
The children before coming here were weak in their physical and mental health. They had no education. Some were suffering from malnutrition. Some had wound and suffering from secondary infection. In the village, their friends and neighbor boycotted them from education. So we started schooling for them with a bright future. They were not only good in their studies, rather they were great in extracurricular activities. Like in singing, in 2011, one girl won prize in her young age by competing with all other competitors. There was another girl who won Cat Queen Award, a disciplinary award. In that program, we told to organizers that she was a HIV positive, but not to other competitors. The organizers were overwhelmed by her performance. Some of our children continued taking science stream and doing bachelor while teaching back to their juniors. Overall, their CD4 count has also drastically increased, showing the improvement in health.
Maybe your love for them played a great role for the improvement of their health and to fight against the virus.
I feel that the overall improvement in their health and education is our greatest improvement. Despite the fact that they were neglected by their relatives and rejected by schools, our Safalta HIV Shiksha Sadan was able to provide them quality education such that they are capable enough to teach their juniors themselves.
How do you feel to see these children whom you raise up as a father?
Like every guardian, I always pray for the health and betterment of our children, and everything is going up to my wish, which makes me happy. Everyone here calls me daddy, and I always regard them as my own children, and it feels like we are related from a past life. Doctors can also contribute to them from their level, and if every sector allocates some portion of their income to the specially able and needy, it will help them a lot. I am glad to see today's youth engaging actively in social service, and I believe they will continue their work.
Thank you, sir, for your time. This interview is an inspiration for all of us as we got to know a lot from your experiences. Though we could never incorporate all of your life stories in this short video, we think that this interview will leave positive impact in all the medical students in and out of Nepal.